I still remember my first experience eating spaghetti. My mom was cooking for 4 of us. She boiled the noodles in water, drained them, and transferred them to a serving dish. And everything was going fine up to that point. When she reached for the can of sauce is when things started to go wrong. We all stood around in apprehension and shared the same thought as we watched her stir the sauce and the spaghetti together. We all thought, how does she know how much sauce to add? The world turned in slow motion, and I remember every second of it. She added just half the sauce at first, and it didn't seem like enough. And then she added just a little bit more, and the spaghetti was buried under an avalanche of sauce. Dinner was chaos that night. We made more pasta, and then there wasn't enough sauce. We added more sauce, and then there was just way too much. We went back and forth like this. My sister and I were buried in it before someone finally ordered a pizza. After that, everyone in school knew that I was the not enough spaghetti kid. During the 3-day spaghetti cleanup, the Challenger exploded. Given that this happened to me one time, I'm sure that you all have a similar story. So, spaghetti is a straight line. What we know from mathematics is that lines don't occupy space, which is another way of saying that they have no volume. Aside from spaghetti, the only other thing in the known universe which has no volume is a black hole. Now you have to ask yourself, would you feel comfortable eating that? I know I wouldn't. I know that American hero Buzz Aldrin wouldn't. Now, eating a black hole is of course the worst case scenario, but the best case scenario isn't much better. Given that spaghetti has no volume, all you're really eating is water and sauce. Now, it would seem to save you a lot of time to just eat the sauce directly, but that's not what the corporations want. And that's why spaghetti has found its way into our squash, our westerns, and our old factories. I say it's time to hit big spaghetti right in the meatballs. And that's why I want to introduce an alternative, something that has never caused a domestic disaster. I want to talk to you about pasta in funny shapes. Whether your favorite shape is a wagon wheel, or a Ninja Turtle face, or the logo for the Florida Seminoles, you can eat pasta in that shape. No one's favorite shape is a straight line, like spaghetti, because that's not even a shape. Now, I think it's a little weird that companies are trying to force you to eat things that aren't even a real shape. Now, I took it upon myself to perform some tests which prove that pasta in funny shapes are superior. My test results show 100% of pasta in funny shapes encloses the sauce, which should be the first feature of any pasta. I also found that I always made the proper proportions of pasta, which I could eat in one sitting with no leftovers 100% of the time. Finally, I'm glad you're seated for this. Everyone who was fed pasta in funny shapes during the test are still alive today. Now, we need to do some follow-up tests, but my hope is that we're going to find pasta in funny shapes extends the lives of the people who eat it. Let my testing be your proof that pasta in funny shapes is the answer to the dangers of spaghetti. So, Do you want to eat soupy dinner with a crazy amount of sauce?
No.
Do you want to eat way too many noodles and not enough sauce and cause a space shuttle explosion?
No.
I didn't think so. No reasonable person would want that. What a reasonable person would do is go to pastashop.com and order pastas which occupy space. I'm talking about pastas in the shapes of pinwheels, animals, or music notes. I'm talking about pastas which I believe will make you live longer. I even pulled double prizes out of a cereal box the day after I ate pasta in funny shapes. The only person I know who doesn't like pasta in funny shapes is my former boss, and he has a weird laugh. You don't want to be like that. Thank you.